Okay, so I picked up this Jot crayon box. You can put 24 crayons in here, and these are new to my Dollar Tree as far as I know, and it is a really neat box, and these are really inexpensive and great. Another item that you can use are these snack boxes. Now these are neat. You can use 24 crayons in here. They have different colors. They do come in packs of 2. Sometimes you can find a bonus pack for 3. They do clip on the sides and they're really neat. I've used these in prior years, but these are cool for little projects, especially crayons. As you can see, this is a pack of 24 crayons and it fits perfectly in there. Okay, when measuring these out, you want to make sure that you're just measuring the inside. That's where the name will be. And I usually go about 3 by 2, but I kind of shorten it and you'll see it in the video. This box, I'm just doing the front of it, and I do about 2.5 by a 1 inch, just because I do want to do it at the top and in the front of it. So I want to make 2 of those, but like I said, I'll explain it on in the video. And then also this box, this is by the Crazy Art brand. Now this type of box, you have to kind of be careful because it has those grooves and it makes it harder when you are putting vinyl decals on there, because of those grooves. So it gives you a smaller space to work with. So I just want to make sure I measure out the middle of it, and also, like I said, it's a little bit harder because of the way this is. I honestly prefer different type of boxes. As you'll see in the video, I do have some boxes like this one. This one's from Walmart, and my daughter chose this one, but this one's a little bit more expensive than the ones I usually like buying her, but I do have more surface to work with. As you can see, that's about 7 inches that I can work with, and then I usually do 4, but I don't use that much space. These are great. These are from Michaels. I picked these up prior year. This was last year's box, and I just have a lot of space to work with, and I like these type of boxes. And these are only $1 at Michaels, so I prefer those rather than the ones from Dollar Tree. And then also, this is one from the year prior to that. So still, the space is a lot bigger, and they are really nice, and they come in different colors. So I would just prefer those from Michaels. Okay, I'm going to go to Cricut Launch Design Space, and I'm going to start a new project. Okay, I'm going to go to this text and I'm going to enter my text, which is going to be my daughter's name. So I'm going to do this for Layla. I don't want it all caps, Layla. And the font that I will be using, I go up here and I will be using the font Luna. And I believe this is a Cricut font. Okay, for the Jot crayon box, so I want it for the top and the front of the box. The size that I'll be using is going to be 2.5. Actually, let me unlock this. Unlock this so I can do the size 2.5. And then I'm going to tab over, and it's going to be by 1 inch. So that is going to be the size for the little Jot crayon box, and I'm going to duplicate that because I need 2 of them. Then for the, let's see, the Crazy Art pencil box, you can honestly use any text that you like, but I really like this one. I'm going to do Hector, and I'm going to do it 4.5. You can also move it around this way, and if you don't want to move it up here, but I'm gonna do that size. So it's gonna be a little bit 4.5 by 1.5. Hopefully that fits. Then the little box by Dollar Tree for the crayons. I'm gonna do Hector again, but I'm gonna duplicate that. The size for this one is going to be, let me unlock it. It's going to be 3 inches by 2. That looks a little stretched out, so I'm going to fix it. Let's see, what is that? 1.5. I think. Okay, so I'm going to do it 3 by, let me measure it again, 1.5. 1.5. Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, a little bit shorter. Okay, I'm gonna do it 3 inches wide, and in height I'm gonna do 1.36. Okay, these are actually going to be white, so you can change this over to white and white. I think Layla's going to be white as well. Okay. Forgot I was gonna do another box, so I'm going to do Layla because it's for my daughter. And let's see, I want to try the font Cathine, I believe it is. It's on dafont.com. I can link dafont.com down below. This type of font, you do want to do the spacing on the letter. So what I do is I go up here and I go lower because that makes the letters come closer. I don't want the L touching, but I can do that. What I can do is I can ungroup them. So I go up here and ungroup them, and I don't want the L touching the E. But I want the rest touching. So that looks okay. And then I grab them all together and I go down here and weld them. And then I want this, so the size of the box that I can put it in is 7 by 4, but I don't want it that big, so I will do, let's see, 7 by 4. Let's unlock this. Let me try maybe 6 by 3. Let me tab over, see if it doesn't look stretched out. That looks okay. Maybe, let's see, 6 by 2.5. I don't know if that'll be too little. Maybe by, let's see, let me lock it and let me change this to 3 and see what it gives me as far as this. Okay, I think that would be actually 6 by 3. I think that might be okay. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. And this one, I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do. I have to check to see if maybe I have a purple or a pink. I'll just put it as purple and I'll have to check what I have. So once I have that, I want to go ahead and turn on my machine and hit make it. And this is for the white. So with white, I always have scraps of white. So I need to figure out what scraps I have, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I have this scrap. It's about, let's see, 8 inches by 4. And I'm gonna place it down with washi tape on my mat. Doesn't matter, it was a scrap that I had, and I'll be using this. I like to tape it down with washi. Sometimes when your mats aren't as sticky, it's easier to just tape it down with washi that way. Since my piece is 8 by 4, so everything is going to fit. I always want to make sure that everything is closest as it could be. That way you're not, you know, having a whole lot of scraps. So I think this will be fine. So I just want to hit continue, and it's gonna locate my machine. I do have it on Bluetooth, so that's how it'll work. Currently, right now, I have it as iron on. I want to make sure that I have it on vinyl. So my machine is blinking, so I want to make sure it's on vinyl. And then I want to go ahead and put my mat down and hitting the, now that I've inserted my mat, I want to make sure that I hit the blinking C on it. So now that I've inserted my mat, I want to make sure I hit the blinking C, which as you can see right here, it is blinking, and that is just for the cut, and I want to press that and it will start cutting my pieces. Okay, now that it's done, you can see that it is blinking over here. I just want to go ahead and press that arrow and it releases the sheet. So it is cut and we can start taking it off. Once you take it off, I kind of tend to use my washi tapes again. So I just kind of set it on my table because I do have the other one. If you cannot reuse the washi tape, don't worry about it, and then you can just take it off. What I like to do, and I like to cut the areas that there is no cutting that was done, and I save those as scraps. You want to keep all your scraps because honestly they do come in handy for small projects. And yeah, after that you can definitely just start taking off the vinyl. There is a sheet behind it, and then this part is going to be what you don't use. I'm so used to doing this, so I just kind of do it. A lot of people use like a weeding tool. I don't. I just use my hands, and it's turned out perfectly fine. It gets sticky. It's really sticky. This is Oracle 651, so you want to be careful. It does get, you know, caught really good. It's really good vinyl. So, and what I do is I just kind of take off what I don't need, and I always like stick it to my hand and then later dispose of it once I'm done with it. But so, and then I kind of just take it off my hands. So these are the names, and then what I'll do is just cut them individually out because it's just easier to work with them that way. And be careful that you don't. Now that we have our box, I'm going to lay contact paper. That's what I use. You want to separate the clear part from the backing. As you can see, I'm using that clear part and I'm laying it on top of the vinyl decal, and I'm using my squeegee, and sometimes it gets a little bit hard to pick up with the contact paper, but I just take my time and just make sure that it is picking up while I'm grabbing it. Now this is a little bit harder, like I said in the video, that this box is a little bit different because of the fact that the grooves are in there, so I want to make sure that, you know, it is in the middle and it's not like going over those grooves. So just pressing down, and there you go. You can also take rubbing alcohol, and sometimes I do this on different like types of surfaces that I use. I just use some cotton pads and I clean off the surfaces if there is any oil or any type of grime that's on there, some dust, it'll take it off, and I normally do it on the top of the surface that I'm using. So this will help to adhere the vinyl on there. Like I said, I use Oracle 651. If you're interested, I'll put a link down below of where I purchased mine. And also, sometimes taking off these stickers, you have to be really careful that it doesn't leave any type of residue, because then it'll be a little bit harder for you to add that vinyl decal. Once it's all dry, you want to make sure then you can work with the item. So here I am just showing you guys cleaning off the surface, and then grabbing the vinyl decal and adding it on top of the little box. If you guys want to see more projects that I do using my Cricut machine, give me a thumbs up. I really enjoy doing these type of projects. As you guys know, I do have an Etsy page. It's currently closed, but I do have a Instagram page that I do sell some of the items that I use. So these are neat and just a fun way to use your Cricut machine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys in another one. Bye.